Welcome to a new week. It's Mornings with Brian, and I'm fairly certain that sometime this week there will be a ceremony in Medina giving Ron Eastwood the key to the city.
Yes.
Like in the
Yes.
TV. I don't know if people do that anymore, but they should here. He was a hero.
Yeah, we have a friend who's a mayor, and I think I'm going to suggest that to him, that he starts giving away keys to the city.
Yeah.
Like
I
a
feel
giant one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe one that actually works, too, where
Yeah.
they could go hang out in City Hall anytime they want.
They have like their own little like cubicle.
Yes. Ron, you're going to have to explain. I'm not being melodramatic here. You rescued a woman and her child.
Well,
Yes, you did.
You did, Ron.
Yes, you did.
you see, I came home from, after work, I did some appointments and came home about 12:30. And my new neighbor and her young son were outside. So I went over to say hi, be neighborly.
Look at you, loving your neighbor.
Best.
Just like Jesus said.
And she said, we've locked ourselves out of the house, thanks to the young son who has found the fascination of twisting the little locking button.
Wow, I feel that.
We had a kid locked in a bedroom for like
I feel
20
that.
minutes. Yeah. Uh-huh.
We had gone through that years ago and ended up taping over the door handle. But anyway, I could see she had tried to break in, took out one screen, but that window was locked. And so I went and got my 6-foot step ladder and we went around to some of the windows and, I could see from that vantage point, yep, locked. But on the second floor, 2 of the bedroom windows were open.
Aha.
So then it's like, okay, I've got a 6-foot and an 8-foot step ladder. Maybe I could use the 8-foot step ladder to get onto her roof and then lean over to the 1-bedroom window and get in that way.
Dun, 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 dun,
But she was like, no, I don't feel comfortable with putting you through that, leaning over and, potential hazard. So she was talking to her husband. He wouldn't be home till 3:30.
Oh, no.
And so 3 hours outside.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Or, even get in the car and going to a McDonald's or somewhere where you
Long
can just
time.
hang out. Yeah. And so I went back in the house and I thought about it. And then I went in the backyard. I had gotten an extension ladder that I mounted horizontally for my grandson to use like a monkey bar.
I remember. I see it. I have seen it.
Yeah. So I took that down from the mounting, and extension ladders have little hooks on them that as you rise it up, it locks it in place.
Yeah.
So it doesn't come sliding back down. I had taken those off, but not thrown them away. So I had to remount them.
Oh, wow. You really had to work at this.
And then I went in and put it up against the window. I took a knife with me because I anticipated having to cut the screen. But God was looking out for me because the little tabs that hold the screen were not all the way in. So I could pry from one side enough to get the tab to come out of the slot and then the screen pop out. So took the screen down, handed it to my neighbor, went up, and then you're at the point you're standing on the ladder and your waist is about the height of the window opening.
Right. Yeah, there's no easy way to get in there.
Yeah. So I literally just tumbled in.
Ron. Well, you got resurfaced hips. You could just land on the hip, but you're fine.
Yeah. And once I was in, I felt great. It was like, yes, we have beat this obstacle. So I just walked downstairs. Their dog fortunately knew me and wasn't going to eat me while I tried to open the door. And I opened the door, let him in, said, hey, welcome to your home.
Wow. Yeah.
Look at you, Ron.
If anyone's listening from the city of Medina, I think you better go find a key.
Get this man a key.
Ron, anyone's weekend compared to that?
I
No.
actually had kind of the opposite story happen.
Uh-oh.
You got locked in your house.
No, I had someone escape my house.
One of your cats?
Jimmy.
Yeah. Yes, I keep him chained in the basement. So I was in the kitchen. I was making muffins,
Of
and
course you were.
I look out my kitchen window into my yard, and I just happen to see one of my cats climbing the tree,
Oh, no.
and I did not let her out. So I run out and I grab both of them. They were still in the yard. Gave me quite the scare. She was literally halfway up the trunk of this tree, about over our fence. But so I grabbed them, and she had figured out how to pry the screen out of the frame.
Oh.
And she had let herself and her brother out.
Yeah.
And then
Cats.
later in the evening, I caught her trying to do it again.
She had found her new trick.
What a naughty girl.
She is. So I said to Jimmy, like, we can never have this screen door open ever because she's going to let herself out.
Oh, no.
She found a
Bad
trick.
cat. Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have any children escape this weekend, Lauren? Or
No.
Eddie maybe escaped?
Eddie wished he could escape.
He probably did.
He did say to me yesterday, I need to get out of this house.
Yeah, no, you
So-
guys are in that phase where you can't really go anywhere. I saw my friend Kathleen on Friday, and she's in the phase with 3 kids where none of the naps overlap properly.
Oh,
Oh.
So
wow.
she's just essentially sequestered
Sitting
in her
around.
home.
Just
Yeah.
sitting around while
waiting
kids
for the
nap.
next nap.
Yeah.
Poor thing, and she loves going outside. I did a little donkey grooming this weekend. That was
Oh.
nice. I hadn't brushed him in a long time. I feel bad about that. He enjoyed it. Lots of fur to be removed.
Yeah.
The goats were very jealous, but
Summer coat.
yeah, exactly. Sarah ended up taking the boys to the beach because they've been whining and crying about going to the beach because it's sunny out, even though,
It's not quite warm enough for the
No.
beach.
It's
No.
been cold
It's
for
a little
June.
cool.
yeah, so they went and it was real cold. You weren't allowed to get in the water because it was too windy and the waves were too
It
big.
was windy.
Oh,
this
that's right.
weekend.
There's like some sort of advisory for Lake Erie.
There was
Yeah.
sand blowing everywhere. It was an unpleasant experience apart from the fact that they were setting up for the filming of the new Superman movie out there.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, like they were on the beach. So Sarah sent me a picture
Well,
of
that's
tents, and I think there's some sort of military operation happening in Superman at
Awesome.
Lake Erie.
It's authentic. Superman was created in Cleveland.
Yes, he was.
Correct. Although I'm sure they'll make it like some sort of, oh, here we are at the ocean.
Yeah.
Here we are on the beach at the ocean. And then I wanted to see how you're all doing after last week. Friday was a very sad day in America. I can't, what? You're not,
What
are
happened?
you just too overwhelmed?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Because Yada Yada Coffee was here and I didn't
No.
get a cup.
Oh,
Oh, Ron.
what?
Ron, it's okay. I have like 45 bags in my office.
Oh,
I
Thank you.
know. I figured I'm not going to worry about it.
I'm
I'll
sorry,
make you
Ron.
one.
No, Pat Sajak retired from Wheel of Fortune on Friday.
Oh, that's
Oh.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Are you guys all right?
I loved
Yes.
Wheel of Fortune growing up.
It's an institution. He was doing that for 40 years or something.
Wow.
43.
What?
Wow.
I mean, it wasn't like it was a hard job, let's be honest. But nonetheless, there it was. My grandmother loved that show, watched it every day. My grandfather was convinced it was rigged. He would tell the story all the time about once he saw them move it back or something. I'm like,
Huh?
The wheel.
okay, Grandpa. Yeah. Yeah, all right. Sounds good. See you there, buddy.
Yeah. There are times where the little clicker gets
Yeah,
stuck.
flicks back.
And it,
Yeah, it's like a spring mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
And poor Vanna, I mean, she actually had to turn, back in the olden days, turn it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, you get it. Yeah. Not
Like, she'd
anymore.
have to
now
know.
it's just a little tap.
Yeah, just a little tappy poo on there. And we don't even know if it really taps or if someone's watching behind the,
Yeah, yeah.
the screen and just hitting a button when she touches the screen.
Mm-hmm.
I think someone's just hitting a button because
Yeah.
I've seen her like hit multiple times. Like, why won't
Come
this go?
on.
I mean, talk about an easy job. Vanna
Tap.
White.
Yeah.
Tap in squares, yeah.
Yeah.
Getting all dressed up.
Yeah, I mean, that's the big bummer about her job is she has to get dressed up every day. But
yeah, no thanks.
I'm sure she gets paid pretty
gets
well.
paid plenty to put on those heels. Did she retire or is she still going?
You know,
They
I'm
should
not
have retired
sure
as a
on that.
duo.
They should have.
You're right.
But I do know who the new Pat Sajak is.
Who?
You don't know this?
I do.
Mm-mm.
No.
Tell him, Ron.
Ryan Seacrest.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure how I feel about this.
He needs more to do. He's
Mm-hmm.
not doing enough. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it either. Ryan Seacrest. He's going to be like Drew Carey now and just kind of fade into the sunset and do that for the next 40 years.
He's got to move into the next phase of entertainment.
I guess. He used to be a radio DJ.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
I
Yeah,
think
it
he's
was-
still on.
I was going to
That-
ask, is he still?
He,
I think
does,
he's still
He
on.
does celebrity interviews.
Yeah, and so he made it to TV. Meanwhile,
Well, he
We're
was
on
on TV
YouTube.
already.
Yeah.
oh yeah, we're on YouTube. Look at us.
Hi,
oh,
guys.
we're on
You're on.
commercials on Fox 8 too.
New Day
We are.
Cleveland.
So
Next stop, a game show, which there aren't any left. It's like Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune now.
let's do Family Feud.
Oh no, Steve is too good.
But if he retires, we can be next.
Yeah.
We could. I would just be so intimidated because he's so funny.
He
I
is.
love watching those
I know,
clips
it's
of
so
people
funny.
saying really dumb
And he
things.
just like stares at him.
Yeah, that was my favorite one. Is there was things that go with pork,
Oh, yeah.
and he gets to a guy, and the guy goes, "Cupine."
He's sad. Cupine.
Porcupine.
Well, do you ever find yourself missing the More Run moment in the morning and you wish you could just go back and watch it again? Well, now you can. So be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a More Run moment.